Most of the fun in the street scene is cruising in a ride like this bad boy Studebaker of Hal Bankhead's. It's got the right look and the right stance. But it's not just a simple exercise in styling. You don't want to mess with this hunk of Detroit iron unless you're ready to rock and roll in a big way. Hi everybody, I'm Dallas Raines. We've got high-flying action straight ahead on the exciting world of speed and beauty.
You'll meet Ricky Ritch. This record-setting stuntman used to chase James Bond in the movie. Now he's chasing a championship dream with his new Speedway motorcycle racing team. Ricky Ritch is a man of many talents. As a former stuntman, he's worked in James Bond movies, even holds the indoor distance record for motorcycle jumping. But Ricky's first love has always been these skinny-tired, alcohol-burning Speedway motorcycles. Today, Ricky's back with a brand new 6 motorcycle racing team. And these boys are ready for action. You start with 2 wheels, add a 500cc alcohol-burning engine, and you put it all together on a dirt track. What you get is Speedway, a motorcycle madness that sends riders whipping around a short track, sliding sideways as much as they speed straight ahead.
In our little tracks here, little 8-mile tracks, they run upwards into the 50 or 55. Maybe a big track in the 120 to 130 range with no brakes, and that's getting into the corner pretty fast. It's really tight racing. You're always seeing action all the time. It's never boring.
And it's always dangerous.
This last year I broke my leg in 4 places.
Knows the danger of Speedway racing well. It's a lesson he learned his first season in the sport.
I was leading the pack and the bike hooked up and I fell off and I got center punched in the back because you know these bikes have no brakes, and the rider behind me just couldn't really go anywhere and he pinned me between the wall and I crushed the L1, I broke the L2 in half and cut my spinal cord 90%. It's a miracle that I'm walking.
Ricky Ritch has spent his whole life around motorcycles. By high school, he was jumping them at exhibitions around the world. When it came to road racing, he was one of the best. And when his doctors told him he couldn't ride, he knew he had to stay in the game. So he started a racing team.
I've got 2 real good riders. I've got Gary Ackroyd riding for me. He won his division championship a few years back. I've got Jim Estes riding for me. He won his division championship just last year.
Jim Estes won his title in just his first season.
I used to race motocross and desert race, and went down to Ascot and watched one night, and I had the bug so bad I had to go buy one. Sold all my desert bikes. This racing, you get 4 nights a week, and you're always racing, and it's a neat atmosphere around Speedway.
Gary Ackroyd has been on the Speedway circuit for 5 years. His passion for the sport grows stronger each season.
Drop the clutch, you're in the first corner before you know it. Somebody's right in front of you, somebody's right in back of you. You can't really think too clearly, you know, the pressure's on. You basically just throttle on and go. Put your bike where it's supposed to be. You ain't gonna get anywhere backing off. You gotta have that throttle on. There's no kidding around out there. The competition is too good and too keen to slack off for 1 second.
Most American racers ride independently. The team concept is basically European, but Ricky Ritch wants to make it work here in the States.
Keep an eye on the competition, figure out how many more seconds or tenths of a second they are, either faster or slower, and give us some more ideas on maybe we need to make some changes or maybe try to watch what line the rider in front's taking to where maybe my rider could get in a little easier and come out a little bit harder and go underneath him, just little stuff like that.
Ricky expects his team to race in about 100 events a year. That means an awful lot of maintenance on his 6 Speedway bikes.
Speedway's a very fast race, and it's going to take but a matter of seconds for one race to be over, so you have to be, all the bikes have to be perfect condition. But we take them apart, we service them, you know, we check them out thoroughly every race. Can't have the rider complaining about the bike, it's not set up right, and Ricky understands that. It's you with a light burn tire for the first heat, and you with a nice fresh one for the third heat. He listens to input from the riders, so we put a better machine together, which converts into overall wins for us.
Today, Ricky Ritch is pushing the limits of Speedway racing. Not content with the equipment available, he's revolutionizing the bike.
We've made a new design that the seat and the rear section and the clutch cover and the chain assembly are one piece, and we are making them out of carbon fiber, so they're real high-tech, and they're a whole lot lighter, and they're a little bit stronger.
Ricky is indeed a driven man, expecting more from himself than he does from his team. He hopes the intensity of his leadership is matched by their performance.
Those of my team would try to be national champions. This team's here to win. We're here to look good, and if we don't win, we're going to make a showing.
And hoping to help make that showing is Ricky Ritch. His doctors have said that he can ride a motorcycle again. They don't mean Speedway bikes, but Ricky thinks they do.
I'll be on a Speedway bike next year. It's like getting third off of a bull. You got to get back on one more time, or you'll always be afraid of it.
Fear may indeed be the ultimate challenge, but a challenge is something Ricky Ritch has never feared in his pursuit of two-wheel speed.